He wants to know why Prime Minister Modi, despite being a great leader, is in bed with China and Russia. He's also saying, and something that Sushant has mentioned, that Brahmins are profiteering at the cost of Indian people. We understand, we understand what this is about. We understand that this is Peter Navarro essentially doing an Indian opposition and dragging in the Andanis and the Ambanis once again. Speaking of which, there is some breaking news that is coming in, and I think we can quickly go across to that as well. We in fact have some reactions coming in for this rant by Peter Navarro. We have the India bloc now slamming these Casteist Jibes. They're saying the nation is shocked, but the TMC is in one way justifying these remarks, saying that Brahmins are meant to be rich. They are in fact saying that Brahmins used for elite. It's a bizarre justification that is coming in from the TMC. There are many other reactions coming in, but before I get to that, has the opposition essentially misunderstood what Navarro was trying to say there, Srinjo?
Yeah, it could well be. It's still not clear what they are saying. What they are trying to say is that what this guy said, Navarro, was basically when he said Brahmin, he was meaning wealthy. That is the interpretation of the TMC. Now, how that can be, we don't really know, because the word Brahmin was specifically used. It wasn't if Navarro wanted to say wealthy, he would have said wealthy. He's been to Harvard, so his English can't be so bad. So he would have said wealthy, he would have said elite, but he used the word Brahmin. Now, whether it was deliberately done, whether it was not deliberately done, it is still not very pleasant. It's extremely unpleasant statement by Navarro, and everyone has a right to be upset by it. Now, what surprises people is the fact that you're trying to explain away what Navarro said by saying Brahmin, by saying Brahmin, he was trying to say elite. How does anyone know what Navarro was actually trying to mean?
Okay.
That's really the question.
I am just going to tell our viewers what the fuss is about, because in case they are wondering कि क्या चल रहा है, I am just going to put out Sagarika Ghosh's tweet. She's a TMC MP. She says, Boston Brahmin was once a widely used term in the US to refer to the American New England wealthy elite. Brahmin is still a term used in the English-speaking world to denote social or economic elites. The illiteracy on X is astonishing. So maybe, she does have a point there. Sushant, any views on why Navarro is on this tirade against India? At one point, he personally attacks the Prime Minister for the war between Russia and Ukraine. We've seen that. He called it Modi's war. But today he starts his tweet by saying Modi is such a great leader. I don't know why he's in bed with China and with Russia, two dictatorships essentially.
Yeah, one on the Honorable MP, who probably is himself a Brahmin. The less said about them, these are kids of nepotism. I don't even want to comment on them. They will justify anything and everything. And frankly, for them to suggest that, Navarro has taken that word from Boston Brahmins, it's the same Navarro who has earlier spoken about the wealthy elite who are profiteering from the soil. So he doesn't need to use the Brahmin thing and use it as a slur, which he clearly did, and clearly trying to ignite certain flames in India. We know how these things work. And for Indian MPs to provide covering fire for people like this, we've seen Mitrokin papers and other things. Who knows what else can play out here. Secondly, on Navarro again, look, the guy is, he's quite a crazy character. He doesn't even have his facts in place. So, for example, he accuses us of selling Russian oil, profiteering and sending the dollars to Russia. The Russians don't accept payments for their oil either in dollars or in euros. Now, if Navarro doesn't know that, I think Trump really needs to change the guy because he's killing all of America's relationships with his loud mouth and the obnoxious and rabid noises which come from his mouth. Third, it's very rich for these guys to talk about Modi talking to Xi Jinping and Putin, who are not Democrats. What was Trump doing at that lunch with the so-called failed Marshal of Pakistan?
Correct. Absolutely.
Is he a democratic leader? Is that a democratic government? Did they win an election? Was that not a stolen election? Is he not a de facto dictator? Have Americans never interacted with dictators? Was it not America which was supporting a regime like Pol Pot, which was responsible for the genocide of 2 million Cambodians? Please don't lecture us.
Okay.
There was a time you could do it and get away with it. Perhaps people were not so aware of what was happening in the world. This is a different world now. Get off that hobby. Guys.
Give me a minute, Sushant. Pictures coming in. We are being told that Prime Minister Modi and President Putin's bilateral has begun. I'm thinking to